In the book of James, there's a fairly famous passage we know from James 4:8, and it says, "Draw near to God, and He'll draw near to you." And we love that verse, and I love that promise. But today's focus is actually on the second half of it that says, "Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded." In this verse, we're reminded to intentionally put off the things that might come around us that would defile us or keep us from serving God rightly. And as I thought about that verse, I thought about something I'd seen years ago about on an animal show. In the forests of Europe and Asia, there's this small little weasel-looking thing called a stoat, or known as an ermine. And in the winter, it gets a pure white coat. And so, of course, the hunters go off, they hunt it for its pelt, and they chase it around. And they know a very specific trick about the ermine, is that the ermine loves his white coat. He's constantly picking at it to keep it clean. Even the tiniest little flecks of dirt, it wants to get away. And so the hunters know this, and they use it against him. They find the hole, and they'll literally put dirt and grime and grease all around this hole so that when the dogs and they are chasing this little animal, it'll run to its hole, but it won't go in. It sees all this dirt and this grime, and it refuses to get its coat dirty. We might say its purity is worth its death. It gives its life for its purity. And that's the same kind of sentiment I think we ought to take as Christians, is understanding there are things that can defile us, things that can keep us from Christ. So my question to you today is, what is that thing? Is there something in your life that would totally defile you, but you know you've got to fight for that purity? Can I encourage you, if there's something that's tempting you, attacking you, that you're struggling with, put it off. Fight for your purity, because your purity matters. Let's be clean before the Lord, that we might be used for the glory and the honor of our great King.